right, we're back for another edition of the Educated Idiots podcast, coming to you live from Studio 60. Thanks for joining us. I'm Doug Wilkinson, also known as the Daniel Day-Lewis of this show. And to my left is Dan Hensing, the Paul Blart Mall Cop of our show.
I like that.
Yeah,
Finally.
see? Finally, I'm looking for some different
I don't know
metaphors.
who Daniel Day-Lewis is.
Tell me you're kidding.
I've heard the name.
No.
I know he's an actor, I think.
Oh, he's like a character actor. He
okay. And you know what? If I saw him, I probably know.
Lincoln? He played Abraham Lincoln in the movie. Sorry.
Strike one.
Too highbrow. He has played, he is one of those types of actors who, when he's playing a role, he becomes that role for the entirety of the filming.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Even off set. What's that?
Kiefer Sutherland. I think he does a good job.
You are an idiot.
No, I actually do.
He probably does do a good job, but
it's just funny when I...
So anyway, so we'll come up with different metaphors along the way here. We'll see how long I can keep that little charade up.
The Paul Blart.
Yeah, the Paul Blart Mall Cop of our show. Comedian Dan Hensing. What I want to know from you is, and I've never asked you this question, as someone of the craft of comedianship, that's probably not a word, but as an English teacher, I think I'm allowed to make those up. What do you look for when you are listening to or watching other comedians?
That's pretty. I like that. It's a good question.
Yeah, well, hey,
that's a good question.
That's what I'm here for.
It's how they say it, not what they say for the most part for me.
Okay.
Because delivery is everything.
Okay.
When it comes down
timing,
to
if you will.
Timing, delivery, whatever. And then what I listen for is if they're doing a bit, it's one, do I relate to it? Usually I do, because that's what people do, is they do bits that you relate to. And then as the joke is going on, I kind of in my head predict where they're going with it. You know what I mean? Are they going to do the old the obvious opposite thing, or are they going to do this, or are they going to... And then I think if I had that joke, this is where I'd run with it.
Ooh, okay. Is this your NFL film study? Is this or do you do this consciously, or if you're just sitting watching Comedy Central or something like that, or can you flip it off and just like that dude's funny?
I flip it off when the really good ones are going. Like Daniel Tosh, Bill Burr. Okay. When they go, it's they're at a whole different level that no one... I could never get to that level. There's other comedians where I could get that level. Those guys are... That's just that's like Michael Jordan. Hey, I'd like to, take off from the free throw line. Yeah. You can't. It's a good idea, but you can't do it.
Only white guy to defy gravity was Brent Barry. And I'm going way back into the NBA annals for that one.
Did you ever see the Tom Chambers dunk?
Oh, true. Yeah, I forgot about the 80s. That was a thing. Yeah, where he had two... And I remember the two basketballs.
Can you say Blake Griffin? Because...
half. Okay. He counts halfway. Another guy that was on there, John Caparello, who I find to also be a mid-level dude that I think is funny.
He's hilarious.
Yeah, and he was really nervous that night too. So maybe it's just the idea that you're doing a show in front of that millions.
He's got a unique voice, and a unique delivery, and that's what I look for when we go full circle. But
gotcha.
He
brought it around.
He has that.
Yeah, he's got that funny. He's got a bit on Loch Ness that I think is just great. I want to appreciate everybody listening to us right now. Tell your friends, get this out there, let people know. Again, we're gonna hit with some short clips as we go. We'll get into the full. There might be an archive of the full, uncut, unedited version if you really want to hear how stupid we are. But you can always hit us up on Twitter. It's at Education Idiots. Email us comments, questions, topics at idiotseducated@gmail.com. I'm Doug. That's Dan, and we're the Educated Idiots.